Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. I've been wanting to talk about this, but I keep forgetting about it. This father's rights attorney in Chicago, Jeffery Leving. The end of last year, the article said August, he was suspended for 5 months and it kicked in October. So he's suspended right now. And I just looked at comments on the Google Maps and people giving him all kinds of praise. I mean, it's possible that they singled him out because he's talking father's rights stuff. But I just had a bad vibe about this guy 15, 20 years ago when I first heard about him. All he does is go on radio shows and talk about the injustice. He's selling a book, and now he's suspended for extraordinary amount of fees. Overcharging unreasonable fees. So, under the rules of professional conduct, you got 1.1 competence, 1.2 diligence, 1.3 fees, and 1.4 communication. Those are the things that attorneys violate all the time. So the fact they got him on fees, he must be doing something super crazy because his attorneys are charging $400 to $500 an hour. Maybe he's a Judge Anthony type. There's a few lessons out of this, though. He might have been the most outspoken or nationally renowned or nationally known father's rights attorney out of Chicago. I'll put it up in the description here. Been on all kinds of podcasts and radio shows and stuff. And not only do they say he overcharged for fees, but they also claimed with minimal results. So he's promising dads the world and not getting them jack crap. Here's the difference right here between me and other people. Jeffery Leving and these attorneys will say, oh, I could get you 50-50. You have a great case for 50-50, or you might get custody. Or the attorneys will say, you should be getting 50-50, but realistically, you're only going to get it every other weekend, so let's not push the envelope and look bad. Or they'll guarantee something. I never guarantee anything. I'm so honest with this stuff, and a guy talked about my ego in a video. This isn't about my ego. This is about the reality of it. I've given props to. I just posted about Malibu Dallas, it seems like the best CPS guy out there, and that guy is telling some real raw crap. He just posted a video talking about how he was abused in CPS from age 7 to 15 or something like that, tortured. And he was supposed to be protected from his drug-addicted mom, and they moved him into places where he was tortured. And he said he was better off in his mom's drug-addicted home. So he's saying stuff that a lot of people aren't saying, who are advocates and stuff. I'm saying stuff that people in the system won't admit. Jeffery Leving wasn't out there. He was saying, oh, the system is bad, the system is bad. He wasn't telling you how you could win pro se without an attorney. He wasn't telling you, like I tell you guys, nobody gives a shit about you or your case or your kid, and nobody in the court system cares about your kid. So you're going in and alone. You are the superhero. You're the only superhero that can rescue your kid. So you have a great weight on your shoulders. That's why this is not for feminine pussy-ass bitch quitters. I keep it raw and real with you. And all you guys don't want to believe it if you're coming across me early on in your case, and then you get royally creamed because you didn't listen, because you didn't have common sense God gave a monkey, and you had no sense of urgency to make sure you vetted your attorney, and you vetted James, and you looked at James's winning court orders like, this guy knows what he's talking about. I did it without an attorney. My attorney wants $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to give me every other weekend. Something's wrong here. Something doesn't have. But no, you're such a scared little bitch that you have to go with an attorney because you need a bunch of people around you to comfort you in a trying time because you're not a real man who could go it alone. It all comes back to whether you're going to be a coward or a bitch. There's no in between in this. There is no, like the guy who criticized me on YouTube, there is no, oh, well, there's other methods of doing it other than fighting the way that you fought, James. There's other methods of winning in court other than doing 100%. There's other methods of fighting a war than going all out 100%. You can half-ass it in a football game and still win. You can walk into a football game and be scared of the other team and still win. The F are you talking about? People love to jump in and see the first video that they seen of me and like, whoa, this guy's a little bit radical. Let me comment on all my knowledge. Oh, he's been doing it 24 years? Oh, I just started a custody battle 5 months ago, so I know more than him. Stupid freaking retarded. So Jeffery Leving gets suspended. I did a video on Goldberg and Jones, the most famous divorce lawyers for men in the Washington area. They're in Portland and Seattle. Totally full of crap. Scam artists. They laugh. I've talked to attorneys who used to work there, say they laugh that they have a revolving door of dads coming in because of that moniker. It draws them in. Even if they don't retain a guy, they still have a constant flux of guys coming in to get initial consults for $400 or $200 for half an hour or whatever. Maybe they give them a discount, but they have revolving income, even though somebody doesn't come on board, because they're always going to have people who are interested but don't come on board full time with $5,000-$10,000 retainer. But they get the people that do that little one-time thing, initial consult. All these people are con artists. And the few attorneys, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of attorneys. I've only liked 4 of them. 2 of them are sadly passed away. One of them has retired. She hates the system. Another one has only been in the system for 7 years. And she decided to get in a whole other genre that's not even litigation. She does legal work with athletes and stuff like that. These people don't want to deal with this stuff that long, or they get banned, or they get burnt out, or they're sitting back and half-assing it, because this stuff is taxing on your soul. You guys are lucky that if you guys find me as a resource, you're lucky I'm still here. I got to put up with all these naysaying hater, fruity little gay boy bitches all day long, because, I'm starting to get good questions from people and I want to answer them if I got time. And then I see hater bitches, critic bitches. A guy came on and called me a dick, and I reposted his video and said he has some good points in here, but he's wrong about this. And then he got offended at me disagreeing with him, and he's the one who called me a dick. He said, yeah, I did call you a dick, but you misconstrued everything I said. Most people get offended and would delete him and block him. That's how insane my freaking faggoty gender is. I'm up here warning you guys. These attorneys are full of shit. The leading, most popular father's rights attorney who wrote a book on it and is on all kinds of podcasts and famous about it, he just got suspended. There's nobody out here that cares about your kids. You have to be the warrior. You have to save your kids. And the best way to do it is to do it yourself. And to get on the offensive from the beginning. There is no other way that works. Unless you light a fire under your attorney does everything that they need to do to get on the offensive. There's no other way that works in contested cases. The dumbass who told me there's other ways, he's probably talking about a case where the mother was willing to settle on 50-50 from the beginning. That's not what I'm talking about. And this guy was given military examples. You can't go off to war and say, okay, these troops over here are going to go down this way and ambush them, and then we're going to have a front over here, and they're going to half-ass it, but these guys are going to fight hard, and we're both going to win. Even the half-assing group. What? There's other ways than what you're talking about. No, there's not, bitch. You guys are lucky I'm here. This stuff is taxing. It's so taxing that every father's rights group that I've seen that's come out since there's one in Vegas that was around for 10, 15 years. There's one in Dads Against Discrimination. Everybody else comes and goes within 2 years. And I've been around 24 years. And most of these bitch-made dads quit on their case in the first month. And they're sitting here telling me how to be in there for the cause and the father's rights movement and stuff. Bitch, you can't even stay in 1 month in your own one case. And you're sitting here saying guys sitting there saying, I'm going to sue the system. I'm going to sue my guardian ad. I'm going to sue the judge. You mother effer, you don't even know the laws on your own kid. And you're not even, I had a guy literally said that he's going to sue his judge and sue all these other people. And I said, well, what kind of motion are you going to do for this thing? I don't know. I guess I'll look into. He wasn't even going to fight on his own case. He got his ass kicked in one hearing, so then he's going to take on the whole system. That's ego. That's emotion. I'm sitting here talking about real stuff. I'm telling you guys the real deal. Nobody's telling you, hey, they don't give a shit about you. You need to fight the right way and rescue your kid. Nobody's talking to you like I am. And yet I'm still here dealing with bitch-ass crybabies all day long who say, that doesn't work, we can't win, and I got the winning answers.